Good evening, boys and girls. It's time for another bedtime story with Miss Alonso. I hope you had a wonderful day outside today and that you'll have the chance to get outside this weekend. It is going to be another beautiful weekend, and what a good time to get out in the yard and play with your family. For tonight's bedtime story, as we start to settle down for the evening, I chose a book by another of the authors that I really love reading to my boys and girls, named Laura Numeroff. She always writes a book about an animal, and each book has a different animal that is craving some sort of delicious treat. So I'm not sure if you've ever heard of If You Give a Mouse a Cookie before, but this story by her has a moose who is craving a yummy muffin. So I hope that you enjoy tonight's story by her. It's called If You Give a Moose a Muffin. If you give a moose a muffin, he'll want some jam to go with it. Muffins and jam, that sounds really good. So you'll bring out some of your mother's homemade blackberry jam. Yum. When he's finished eating the muffin, he'll want another, and another, and another. When they're all gone, he'll ask you to make more. Oh my goodness. Well, a moose is pretty big. I would say they are very hungry. So one muffin probably would not fill him up. You'll have to go to the store to get some more mix. He'll want to go with you. Can you imagine trying to fit a moose in your car? No way. When he opens the door and feels how chilly it is, he'll ask to borrow a sweater. Oh, I'm glad it's not chilly anymore here, but I better get on my sweater. Oh, look, it must be fall. I see the leaves blowing. Fall can sometimes be a little chilly. When he puts on the sweater, he'll notice one of the buttons is loose. He'll ask for a needle and thread. He'll start sewing the button, and the button will remind him of the puppets his grandmother used to make. So he'll ask you for some old socks. He'll make sock puppets. That is such a good idea. If you have some old socks at home that you could turn into puppets, or even if you just want to pull out some of your favorites that have some neat patterns, you could put on a puppet show, especially on those rainy days when we're stuck inside. You could come up with your own story and play and put on a play with some sock puppets. I thought that was a really good idea. Let's see what kind of puppets he makes. When they're done, he'll want to put on a puppet show. I see a moose, and look, it looks like If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, the mouse from that story. So cute. He'll need some cardboard and paint. Oh, he'll need some paint for his puppet show. Then he'll ask you to help him make the scenery. That's a really good idea, to paint cardboard boxes, make something beautiful out of something, recycle. When the scenery is finished, he'll get behind the couch, but his antlers will stick out. So he'll ask you for something to cover them up. Oh, what a beautiful scenery, but I see his antlers and they are sort of blocking the beautiful scene, so he does need to cover those up. You'll bring him a sheet from your bed. When he sees the sheet, he'll remember he wants to be a ghost for Halloween. Oh, what a cool idea. use a sheet to become a ghost. Well, I like it. He'll try it on, and then he'll shout, boom! It'll scare him so much, he'll knock the paints over. Oh no, he made a big mess. So he'll use the sheet to clean up the mess. Then he'll ask for some soap to wash it out. Right now, we need antibacterial soap to help wash all of the germs out, right? I love that he's helping clean up his mess. He'll probably want to hang the sheet up to dry. He'll go outside to put it on the clothesline. I remember putting clothes out on the line during the summer with my family. When he's out in the yard, he'll see your mother's blackberry bushes. I love growing blackberries and picking them during the summer with my family. Seeing the blackberries will remind him of the jam. He'll probably ask you for some. I wonder why he would ask for some jam. And chances are, if you give him the jam, he'll want a muffin to go with it. The end. I hope you enjoyed this book from the series, If You Give a Moose a Muffin. It made me think about some of the things that we've done while we've been at home. I know later, after we have dinner together as a family, we like to sometimes cook something or bake something nice and warm, like a muffin or cookies, and have it with a nice cold glass of milk right before bed. It helps us relax and really get ready for a good night's rest. So maybe this weekend you can bake something with your parents or your family and enjoy a nice treat before bedtime. I hope you enjoyed tonight's story, and I cannot wait to read you another story tomorrow. I had a sweet friend help make me a shirt for tomorrow's story, so I'm really excited about reading to you tomorrow night. Tomorrow I will be doing my story as a Facebook live read, but then I will share it out so that everyone can listen to it at any time that's convenient for you too. I hope you had a wonderful day. I hope you have a good night's rest and very sweet dreams. My boys and girls, I love you and I miss you and I am so proud of you. I hope to see you soon or talk to you soon. Love you. Good night.